Welcome all. This PPT has been prepared by referring various sources that includes videos, diagrams from internet and prescribed textbooks and reference material. I do not claim any originality in preparing this PPT. Welcome to the fifth session in module 1. In this session, we will discuss about the modern approaches to management. The first one is the quantitative approach, second one is the systems approach, and the third one is the contingency approach. First, we shall discuss about the quantitative approach. This is also known as management science approach, uses quantitative tools and techniques in management. This is based on unemotional, reasoned, orderly approach of connecting means to ends. This came to fore during World War II in US and UK. This is prominently known as operations research. This follows a very logical method, very systematic method based on science and mathematics. This formulates the problem to get the optimal answer by considering all constraints. The next one is the systems approach. This approach provides an integrated approach. It means this takes everyone together, everything together. It combines all disciplines of the organization rather than one aspect at a time. This was proposed by Chester Barnard and George Homans. Key concepts in systems approach is that prominence here it is given for the concept of holism. That means it encompasses everything. It is not related or restricted to any one thing. It covers everything and achieves synergy. Synergy means 1 plus 1 is greater than 2. That is the meaning of synergy. System is a set of interdependent parts. A system can be either closed or open system. Normally a closed system will have a feedback path, whereas open system will not have a feedback path. Open system interacts with its environment while the closed system is independent of the environment. Organization should be an open system. Every system has a boundary. These are the various concepts that are integral part of systems approach. The entire concept of systems approach can be depicted in this picture. So it takes the inputs from the managerial knowledge, analyzes its strengths, weaknesses, prepare goals, and makes a proper plan, organizing, recruits people using during staffing, selects the proper leader, controls everything, and it produces the output. Sometimes it may have to be re-engineered. When communication contributes towards the development of the plan, and finally the entire output is reached to external environment. This is another way of depicting the systems approach. Inputs are in the form of 4 M's: men, machine, material, money. Even technology, information are also inputs in the modern era, and we produce the output in the form of information, again a processed information. In this case, this information is very raw information, whereas this information is a processed information. That is the difference between the information in the input and the information in the output. The output can also be in the form of products, services, financial results through a transformation process. This transformation process, employees work together, management activities, technology and operations methods, all these things combine together to get the output, and there has to be a proper feedback with, of course, the external environment. With all these things, we get the output. The last approach is the contingency approach. This also attempts to integrate management, all management thoughts. It's also known as situational approach. What do you mean by situational approach? The situation will not remain same forever. We need to be agile, flexible, and we need to mold ourselves depending on the situation. So this is a new concept in management wherein the organization molds itself, changes itself as per the required situation. No approach is universal, and hence the approach should change as the situation changes. The task of the manager is to develop a sort of situational sensitivity and practical selectivity. So, what is the most relevant at that point of time must be selected and implemented. The theory states that the leadership effectiveness as it relates to group effectiveness is a component of two factors like task motivation or relation motivation and circumstances. We measure the task motivation or relation motivation by using a scale called as least preferred co-worker scale, abbreviated as LPC. Let us discuss what is this LPC scale. Let us analyze what is LPC scale. This theory states that the task or relations motivations are contingent upon whether the manager is able to both control and affect the group's situational favorability or outcome. According to this theory, you can assess the situational favorability by three factors. The first one is leader membership relations. What is leader membership relations? The extent to which the leader maintains the relationship with his subordinates. In other words, the cooperation between the leader and the employees, whether it is good or bad, that is one factor that contributes towards situational favorability. Second factor is task structure. Some of the tasks are easy to change, they do not follow a very standard procedure, very stringent procedure. We can change it as per the situation very easily, but certain procedures are so stringent, certain works are follow stringent procedures that we cannot change it so easily. So task structure also contributes towards the situational favorability. The third factor is position power, which is again depending on the manager's level of authority, whether he would like to get the things done with fear or with favor. Now you have two options, whether you would like to give them bonuses and get the things done, or would you like to threaten them by terminating and get the things done. So again, this positional power also contributes towards the situational favorability. So this is the first factor: leader member relations, task structure and positional power. All these three things contribute towards situational favorability that has an impact on the outcome. So this is how the LPC scale is measured, and the contingency approach success is measured. This is a very brief case. This is for your additional studies. Go through the brief case, and at the end we have certain questions. You answer these questions, and if you have any doubt, that we can discuss in next class. Thank you.